YTBC, what's the deal? So I've been doing a lot of thinking, man, about just, being an uploader here on YouTube, talking about boxing. And, as an uploader, you run across different fan bases. Some fan bases, they leave a lot of bad comments on your videos, just depending on if they think you're disrespecting their fighter or they just don't agree with what you're saying about their fighter. And the fan base that I go back and forth with the most is of a fighter who I really respect, and he's one of the best fighters I've ever seen, and he's one of my favorite fighters that I've seen fight over the years. But for some reason, his fan base just doesn't, they just don't get along with me, or, they want to debate things. And it's like, man, I'm also a fan of the guy, so we're two fans debating about a fighter that we both like. But I think there's two different levels of fans. There's the extreme over the top fans of a fighter, and then there's just the fans of the fighter. And that fighter is, drum roll, it's Floyd Mayweather. He has a fight coming up Saturday, so I'm not just talking about him for no reason at all. But one of the debates I always get into is when I say I want to see Floyd Mayweather fight Triple G. People will deflect that argument by saying, well, Triple G, should move up, and why is he scared of Ward? And it's like, I like Ward as a fighter. I think Ward beats Triple G, but Ward's been inactive for years. I know he just came back and fought Paul Smith, but man, I've been waiting to see Ward fight for years, and the dude's been sitting out, the injuries, the stuff that he had going on with his promotion and all that type of shit going on. So we didn't hear from dude, man. So it's like, how is he ducking somebody that wasn't even active? But that's neither here nor there. But it's like, when I say I want to see Floyd Mayweather move up and fight for his 6th title, it doesn't mean he has to do it. And if he doesn't do it, he's not an all-time great. No, he's accomplished enough already. So if he doesn't do it, fine. But me, I've always been a fan of his, to where I think he is so great that he can do things that some people think he shouldn't do because it's too much of a risk. Now, I don't have proof to show you guys, when I used to be on eastsideboxing.com and when I used to be on boxingtalk.com in the forums, and I used to go by Monster of the Midway on eastsideboxing.com. So I'm talking about 05, 06, when I used to be in the chat forums, and I used to say things like, man, I want to see, Mayweather move up and fight Vernon Forrest, and who did I want to see him fight in 06? Who was that, man? Winky Wright. That was another one I wanted to see him fight, but people all know, you're trying to make him move up all these weight classes. I'm like, dude, I think he can beat the dude. And I wish YouTube was around during this time, but I remember clear as day, me and my uncle were watching Jermaine Taylor versus Cory Spinks, and I believe the fight was like a week or two after Mayweather De La Hoya. And I remember my uncle, man, shouts out to my uncle Dwayne, man. I remember him saying, damn, I want to see Cory Spinks beat Jermaine Taylor tonight, because in that way, I think Floyd would be more willing to come up to middleweight, because he had beat De La Hoya at 154. Even though he wasn't the creme de la creme of 154, he still beat De La Hoya at 154. My uncle was saying, man, I want to see him move up and fight for the middleweight title, but I think he'll be more willing to do it if it was Cory Spinks. Why? Because it's just, opponents by association. Cory Spinks fought Zab Judah, right? Mayweather fought Zab Judah, right? So it's just like, it's one of them things where it's like, well, shit, whatever Zab can do, I think Floyd can do. So if Zab is able to fight Cory Spinks, I think Floyd could do it. If Cory Spinks is able to fight at middleweight, I think Mayweather could do it. Now, I know some of you may, say, oh, well, he started his career at this weight and, you're trying to make a move up. No, I'm not trying to make a move up, but I think he is so good that he could. And, man, it will add just more sparkles to his legacy. Now, I'm not saying if he doesn't do it, it's going to tarnish it, but I think he can do it. I've seen, didn't De La Hoya and Mayweather start at the same weight class when they first started? And then, De La Hoya went up and fought B-Hop, and he fought Felix Sturm. So, we know Duran started his career at 119 or something like that, and he moved up. And we know Pacquiao moved up 8 weight classes, 7 weight, so it's like, I'm not asking you to do something that's just never been done in the history of the sport. And, we know what, Henry Armstrong did when he was holding 3 of this one, boxing had 8 weight classes and he was champion in 3 of them. Could have been 4, but That's neither here nor there, man. But what I'm saying is I've always wanted to see Mayweather do great things. And some people think that a lot of us fans are jumping on the Triple G bandwagon because, you know, somehow the person we thought in Manny Pacquiao was going to beat Mayweather, that didn't happen. Mayweather beats Pacquiao. So now we're just using Triple G and the middleweight division to, you know, find a way to beat Floyd. And it's like, no. And I've been telling fans, dude, I've always wanted to see him fight bigger guys. I'm talking about when Jermaine Taylor fought Cory Spinks. Me and my uncle was sitting in his living room saying this. This is '07. Then, because I know a lot of you guys, you know, you're not going to believe me. You're not going to believe that statement. You're going to still think I'm lying. You're going to think, no, you were a packed hard and he lost, so now you're riding Triple G. Okay, well, let me show you something, because I know you guys think I'm lying, right? So let's just say 2011. Guess who I wanted to see Mayweather fight? Guess who I wanted to see him fight? I wanted to see him fight Sergio Martinez. I thought he could beat him. People thought I was tripping. They thought he would get his head knocked off. And then 2-3 years later, guess who ended up fighting Sergio Martinez? Miguel Cotto, a guy that Mayweather can beat. And you know what? I'm such a fan of Mayweather. For some of you hardcore extremes, I'm such a fan of Mayweather. It's like, damn, whatever Cotto could do, Mayweather can do, right? See, let me show you something. This, okay, that's me right there. I'm trying to let it focus in. That's me right there. My old boxing channel, Mr. Boxing Today. This during my Uvo days. And I was doing a collab video with Joe Clem 15. And this was on YouTube, but I forgot if it was on his page or my page, but the video was taken down now. So I just typed it in and it came to a website called, what is this? Boxer.com.ua. And they have our video on here. It's in a fucking different language too. I know you can't really see it, but the video was about, you know, me and Joe Clem doing a collab video. Damn, let it focus in. It's Klitschko, Solis, prediction, and Mayweather Martinez. Now, just to let you know that the Klitschko Alexander Solis fight happened March 19th of 2011. So this was a prediction video for that fight. So this video was taken maybe February 2011. Maybe y'all can go ask Joe Clem 15 when we did this. So first quarter of 2011, I was already talking about Mayweather going up and fighting at middleweight. You feel what I'm saying? So I've always wanted to see him fight bigger guys, man. This isn't a, oh, I thought Manny Pacquiao was going to beat him, and since he couldn't get it done, now I'm just using Triple G. No, I just showed you proof that I've always wanted to see this dude fight at middleweight. I think he can do it. Now, has he earned the right to pick who he wants to fight? And well, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, he's done it. You know, so has Vladimir Klitschko has earned that right too. But see, the way I look at it, y'all, is he is so great. He is so, his skill level is so elite, is so up there, and he has a lot left in the tank to where I think he's wasting a fight by just picking whoever he wants, whether it's easy or, you know, a walk in the park type of matchup. I think he's so great, man. He could beat Triple G. But somehow, some way, instead of the hardcore Mayweather fans taking that as a compliment or taking that as a, damn, man, you must really think a lot of Floyd if you think he could beat Triple G. Instead of taking it like that, you take it as, oh, you're just a hater. Why don't Triple G move up and fight? It's like, whoa, shit. Hold on, man. I didn't say Triple G shouldn't fight Andre Ward. And why are we deflecting this by just saying what Triple G should do? I'm just saying that Floyd Mayweather is so great of a fighter in his skill set, and I believe as a fan of his that he can get it done. But some of his extreme, you know, TBE, the best ever, fuck you punk bitch, them type of fans, they don't even know when you're giving a man praise. They're so deluded by just being such an ass kisser. They don't even know how to separate in, you know, their senses to know that, oh, this fan is giving him his props because this fan thinks he can beat Triple G. They don't even grasp that concept, man. They think you're hating on them. And it's like, damn, man, like, when did you fans come around? Because I was a fan in 96. And some of you say, oh, no, you wasn't. You just making that up. Well, it's like, okay, I watched, dude, my family was big on watching the Olympics. And it was here in America. It was in Atlanta. We wanted to watch, well, I wanted to watch Dream Team 2 to see how they would do. I wanted to see how many records could Michael Johnson break. And I wanted to watch the boxing team. That's what I do every fucking Olympics. The track and field part, mainly the 100, 200, the basketball, and the boxers. My whole fucking life. Mayweather was a part of that team. I wanted to watch him. I wanted to watch Reed. I wanted to watch Mayweather and Tarver and Vargas. I wanted to watch those guys. I didn't know, who would become champion later on, or Mayweather would be calling himself TB. I didn't know that, but I wanted to watch those guys fight. So I've been a fan of his since 96. And once he did turn pro and I started to see how great he was, another thing, I bought his first fucking pay-per-view. Wasn't that his first? Now, some of you, I may be wrong, but I could have swore his first pay-per-view was the Gotti fight when he was the B-side against Gotti. I remember that shit clear as day. I remember ordering that fight over my wife now, but back in the day, it was one of her homegirls' house. We watched it over there. I paid for it over there. And they were calling it Thunder and Lightning. And I was just sitting there like, dude, there's no way in the world Gotti's going to beat Floyd Mayweather. They were trying to compare. I remember leading up to that fight, trying to compare. Damn, who was the dude that Gotti fought, man? Damn, I forgot that black dude he fought. I can't remember right now. But, they're trying to say that, Gotti, has been in there with fighters like Floyd Mayweather. I'm like, no, he hasn't. He's going to get destroyed. And I remember after that fight, it was Ivan Robinson. That's who he fought. But after that fight, I remember Roy Jones saying that he knew before the fight even started, before they even signed the contract, that Arturo Gatti didn't belong 10 feet within a ring with Floyd Mayweather. So I've been a Mayweather fan since the beginning. It's just I think there's a different breed of Mayweather fan that's out now. And that breed is, if you say anything that we don't like, you're Uncle Tom, you're this, you're that. They don't know how to take, fans being objective about Floyd Mayweather. Now, if you think he's the greatest of all time, that's fine too. I don't have a problem with you saying that. I don't feel that way. But I just wanted to do this video, man, because it's like every time I say something about him going up to fight at middleweight, people seem to think that I'm one of those fans that, oh, you're just drifting towards Triple G to beat Mayweather because he beat Pacquiao. It's like, no, bruh. I've always wanted him to fight at middleweight. Even back in 2007, Cory Spinks lost a split decision to Taylor, right? To Jermaine Taylor that night. Now, I'm just asking y'all, if they would have gave Cory Spinks the nod that night and Floyd Mayweather moved up to fight Cory Spinks, you don't mean to tell me that Mayweather had a chance of beating Cory Spinks, like a legitimate chance of beating him? I think he would have beat Spinks for the middleweight title had Spinks won it. And I know it's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts and woulda, coulda, shoulda, but I'm just keeping it real. Zab Judah fucking fought Spinks. You don't tell me Mayweather can fight him and beat him? But some of you take that as, oh, you want to see him get hurt. So I guess I've just wanted to see him get hurt, I guess. That's something I wish my uncle was here, man. He'll be listening to this shit like, these are motherfuckers you communicate with on the internet. Nephew, like, these motherfuckers are sensitive. See him get hurt. Like a motherfucker told me, I just want to see him get hurt. When I said he should fight Martinez, people said, you just want to see him get hurt. Then Martinez loses to Cotto. Now, in hindsight, you can say, well, yeah, Cotto fought a Martinez that had messed up legs. But going into that fight, if you look at the temperature going into the fight, go look at some of the old prediction videos that people made about how, Martinez, the injuries are a thing in the past and he's ready and he's on point. Even the odds makers had him a 3-1 favorite. It wasn't a high, but he was a 3-1 favorite going into the fight with Cotto. Martinez was. And he was the B-side. He was a B-side who was a favorite in the fight. The headline of that was Cotto versus Martinez. Cotto was the A side. So Cotto can beat Martinez, but me wanting Mayweather getting there with Martinez is because I want to see him get hurt. You get where I'm going with this? Now, before I end this video, again, if he doesn't move up, that's fine. He's still an all-time great, one of the baddest motherfuckers I've seen do it. But I want to see him get hurt. Yes, Triple G should move up. He should. But if he doesn't and stays at middleweight, you know what? It's not even about Triple G. If fucking Lemieux beats Triple G, I want to see Mayweather versus Lemieux, whoever it is. It's not a Triple G thing. It's a middleweight thing. You get it? Damn.